The U.S. economy is standing at a crossroads, and the consequences of this moment could reshape your financial future in ways you're not yet prepared for. Imagine a world where the familiar economic patterns we've relied on for decades suddenly shift. That's exactly what Joe Davis, Vanguard's global chief economist, warns about in his latest work. In a recent discussion on the Long View podcast, Davis breaks down why the status quo is unsustainable and how investors must rethink their strategies. Let's dive into the details, and this is the part most people miss. Why the status quo is a mirage. Dan Lefkowitz kicks off the conversation with a pivotal question. Why does Davis argue that the U.S. economy can't maintain its current trajectory of 2% growth and 2% inflation? The answer lies in a data-driven framework that challenges conventional wisdom. Davis admits he once assumed the 2% norm would hold, echoing the consensus of 90% of economists. But here's the twist. When he analyzed the forces at play, aging demographics, rising deficits, and the potential of AI, the odds of sustaining that status quo dropped to just 20%. It's not a smooth glide path anymore. It's a seesaw. One side is the drag from aging populations and mounting debt, which push up interest rates and inflation. The other is AI, or another disruptive tech, which could boost productivity and temper inflation. The result? A bimodal outcome. Either a surge in growth or a slow, grinding decline. And this isn't just theory, it's a statistical reality. The tug of war, AI versus aging and debt. Christine Benz asks Davis to spell out the two possible scenarios. Picture this. On one side, AI-driven automation could offset the labor force losses from retiring baby boomers. Davis reveals a startling insight. AI's impact is so profound that it could effectively erase the demographic drag. By 2025, when U.S. retirees peaked at age 65, AI's productivity gains might make it as if that entire generation never retired. That's not just tech hype, it's a numbers game. But this outcome hinges on AI's continued progress. If it stalls, the other scenario takes over. Deficits rise, growth sags to 1%, and the Federal Reserve's rate hikes create a toxic mix of stagnant growth and expensive markets. And here's where it gets controversial. Davis estimates a 1 in 3 chance of this bleak path. Are you ready to bet your portfolio on a technology that's still in its infancy? What this means for investors. The stakes? Nothing short of a potential lost decade for U.S. equities. Davis stresses that investors can't afford to ignore the math. In the optimistic scenario, sectors outside the tech giants, like healthcare or finance, could thrive as AI boosts productivity. But if AI falters, the market's current valuations become a ticking time bomb. Davis urges a risk management approach. Build portfolios resilient to both outcomes. This isn't about picking winners and losers. It's about preparing for a world where the rules of the game are changing. Your turn. Agree or disagree? So where do you stand? Is AI the magic bullet that will outpace demographic decline and fiscal challenges? Or is it overhyped hype? Could deficits become the unstoppable force that drags the economy into stagnation? Share your thoughts in the comments. We're not just talking theory here. This is the future of your savings. What's your bet?